Let's look at this question. Let's solve it together. So let's multiply this first thing. I want to multiply this one by what is there. So I'm going to have 1 0. Applying the laws of BODMAS, you have to do the multiplication first. So I'll multiply by this. So this is 1 1 0 0. So let's multiply this together. 0 times 1 is 0. This is going to be 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Right, that will be 8 0. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. The same thing, 0 times everything here. You're going to have 0 0 0 0 0 0 0, then 0. Now 1 times 1, that will give us 1. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. And 1 times 1 is 1. Just like using this one to multiply. 1 times 1, 1 times 0, that is it. Just for normal multiplication, 1 times 1, that will give us 1. 1 times 0 also is 0. 1 times 1, that will give us 1. 1 times 0, that is 0. 1 times 0 is 0. I shouldn't be doing this, but let me just do it. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. And 1 times 1 is what? Is 1. So permit me in this space a little bit. So this one, when you bring it down, this is going to be 0. You're going to have 0 here. You're going to have 1 here. This is going to be 1. This is addition. I'm adding up all these numbers now. This is going to be 1. This is going to be 1. This is going to be 0. This is going to be 1. This is going to be 1. This is going to be 1. And this is going to be 1. So this is what you have here now. Now, for what you have here now, you have this number there. Now, what you're going to do now is that I'm going to subtract this number from here, because I have multiplied this and this together, so I have to subtract it from this one. So the answer I got at the top, so I'm going to the answer I will get at the top, I'm going to divide it by what's at the bottom. Then you are done with this particular question. So let me minus this one. The number I'm to minus, if I'm not mistaken, I think is 1 0 0 4 1 1 2 3 4. Then 0 0 1 2 3. Then you have 1 here. This is number that I'm going to subtract it from. Now you have to borrow. You borrow from here. This is 2. You bring it here is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. You have borrowed from this 2 here, because when you borrow earlier it was 2. You borrowed now is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. You can refer to the subtraction of number base I did earlier. This should not be a problem for you. This one you have borrowed from here is 0. So you have to borrow from here. Bring it here is 2. 2 minus 1, that is 1. What is here now is 0. You borrow from here is 2. You bring it 2 here. 2 minus 1 is what? Is 1. If I'm right, then this one is become what? Is 0, because you borrowed from here. 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. Then you have what? 1, 1, and 1. So that is for this one. If I'm right, you can check again to see if it's right. Now, next thing we are going to do is that this is the answer we got for the number at the top. So I'm going to divide it by what is there using long division. Using long division, this is what I will have. Yes, sorry. Oh my God. Let me clean this. Sorry for this particular. Okay, now let me go back to. So what you have now, when I use using long division. So this is what I will have. This one I will use to divide. That will be 1 0 1 1. Then the number at the inside, that will be is 1 1 1 1 1 1. Then 0 0 0 1 0. Then 1 1 0 1. Now using long division, let's divide this. I will take it one after the other. This number is bigger than 1, so I'm going to write 0 here. You pick another one, that's 11. This number is bigger than 11, you write 0. Bring another one. This number here is bigger than 111, you write 0. You join this also to it. This means what? 1110. So this number here is smaller than 1110, so you write 1. 1011 times 1 is 1011. So this is 1011. You write it here. So let me subtract this. So you're going to subtract this now. You borrow from me, that is 2. 2 minus 1 is what? Is 1. Becomes 0 here. You borrow from me, that is 2. 2 minus 1 is what? Is 1. You bring this 0. you bring it down. Now this number is still smaller than this number, so I'm going to write 0 here. So I'll bring down this one also, I'll bring it down. You can refer to division we did earlier. Now this number here is smaller than what is there, because this is 1001, what is 1011, so you are going to write 1. So this number you multiply with this one, you have 1011. Now let's subtract. 1 minus 1 is 0. You borrow from here, it becomes 0 here. You bring it here, becomes 2, because in base 2. 2 minus 1, you have 1. So I'm still going to bring this one. I'm going to bring it down. Becomes 0. This number here is bigger than what is there, so I'm going to write 0. Then I have to bring this one. I'll bring it down. So you have 1001. So this 1001, this 1011 is bigger than 1001, right? So I'm still going to write what is 0. Then I will now bring this one. I'll bring it down. This one, I'll bring it down now. This number here is smaller than what is there now, so I'm going to write 1. So I'll now use this 1 to multiply what is there. So I have 1011, right? So let me subtract this. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So you have to borrow from here. This one, 1 minus 1 is 0. Sorry if I'm doing the right thing here. There's 1, there's 0, there's 1. Yeah. So here you have what? You have 0 here. You have 0 here. Then you have to borrow from here. It becomes 0. Bring it here, becomes 2. 2 minus 1, that is 1. Right? Now you bring this what? You bring this one. You bring it down. This 0 now. I want to bring it down. So when I bring it down, I have this. Now, this number here, this is 10,000. This number, this is 1011, 10,000. Right? This number here is bigger than what? It's smaller. 1011 is smaller than 10,000. So I'm going to write what? I'm going to write 1. 1011 times 1, so is 1011. So I have 1011 here. So let me subtract this number. I have to borrow from here. You can see it will be going, this will be 2, 2, 2, then this will be 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Now you have borrowed from 2 here earlier, so it means 1. 1 minus 1 is what? Is 0. Here you also borrow from the 2 here, it becomes 1, that is 1. 1 minus 0 is what? Is 1. Here is what? It was 2 before, you borrow from it, becomes 1. 1 minus 1, that is 0, 0. Then you are going to what? The next thing is that you bring down, you bring down what? This one, the last one now. You bring it what? You bring it down. So when you bring it down, you have 1011. So 1011 divided by 1011, that is what? That will give us what? That will give us 1. Sorry for this. That will give us what? 1. So 1011 times 1 is still 1001. 1000. When you minus, you should get 0. So we still give, this one will give us 1000 what? 1011. So when you minus this, you have 0, 0, 0, 0. So the number at the top is the final answer. So the number now, the final answer here is what? 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 base 2. If you use long division, you are still going to get the same answer. So let's move on. Let's look at this, another one. Let's look at another one. Let me just set it back. This is the last one, believe me. I don't want to waste time for this. It's just waec question. I just feel like we should do it together so that you have an understanding of how everything works. Now you have, don't give it like this. They said 1, 1. Now there's 1, 1. Then they give you like 1, 1, 1. Now base what? Is in base, is no, yeah, you have plus 1, 0, 1 base x. Then there's a close bracket there. All over what? All over 10. Then you add to what? You are adding into what? 100 base what? Base x. Then everything is equals to 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. So they ask us to find what? Find x. So how do you do this? So you have to convert all of them to base 10 to make it easier for you. So 11 in base 10 is 3. If you don't understand what I mean, is that I have to multiply both of them by 2 times 1 times 2. This is what? 0. This is, I should not be knowing this. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 is plus 0 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. It means this one here, this is 3 when I rewrite it. Now 1, 1, 1, it should give us 7. So 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2. So this is 0. This is 1. This is what? 2. This is 1 times what? 1 times 4 is what? Is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is what? Is 1. This is 7. can refer to the one we did earlier. So this will be 7. Then this one here, you should have here, you have 1 times x plus 0 times x plus 1 times x. So this is 0, this is 1, and this is what? 2. Now 1 times s squared is what? Is s squared plus what? Anything times 0 is 0, is not needed, just to clear it off. Then 1 times s raised to power 0 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1. So here is what? S squared plus 1, s squared plus 1. You close the bracket, right? So all over, 10 in binary it is 2. You don't have to go that stress again. Then this one also is 100 on its own. So how do you do 100? The same thing you apply. That would be let me write it down at the bottom here. 100x. That would be what? 1 times x. Sorry. That would be 1 times x plus 0 times x plus 0 times x. So 0, 1, 2. So 1 times s is x squared. So this one and this will be cancelled out because 0 times anything is 0. So what is 0 will be what? Will be x squared. So you move it, let me move it up. So this will be what? This one here is what? Is now what? X squared equals to, now this one, if I want to do it, I can say 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2. This will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be what? This will be 4. 1 times 2 is power 4 is 16, 1 times 16 is 16. Anything times 0, this is cancelled out. 2 is power 2 is what? Is 4. 1 times 4 is what? Is 4. 2 is power 1 is 2. 1 times 2 is what? Is 2. Now 0 times anything is, this one also is cancelled. 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 plus 2 is what? 22. So when you change this one to base 10, you have 22. So let's expand this thing. 3 times 7 is what? Is 21 plus 3 times s squared is 3x squared, right? 3 times 1 is what? Is 3. All over what? All over 2 plus what? X squared is equals to what? Is equals to 22. Now you can still go further. Let's collect like terms at the top. This one, let's collect like terms. That is 21 plus 3 is 24. So you have 24 plus 3x squared all over 2 plus x squared is equals to 22. Now because of this, now you are going to, this over 1, and you want to look for x, you are going to multiply each of them by the SM of 211. The SM of 211 is 2. The answer of this is to clear this fraction. So I'm going to multiply each of them by 2. So I'm going to have, so this is going to be 2. Open a bracket, you have 24 plus 3x squared. The reason why I put it in bracket is because it's binomial. It contains 2 values because of this plus 2. Then plus what? 2 times x squared. Now I told you that I want to multiply each of them by 1 equals to 22 times 2. Now this 2 we cancel this 2, right? So we now have what we have now. We have what? 24 plus 3x squared plus 2 times x squared is what? 2x squared equals to what? Equals to 2 times 22 is what? That is 44. Can proceed further. Let's collect like times. 3x squared plus 2x squared is 5x squared. So you have 24 plus 5x squared equals to what? Equals to 44. This one is not part of it. Don't make the mistake. Now you take this one to the other side. So you have 5x squared equals to 44 minus 24. Now 44 minus 24, that should give us I think that should give us 20. So what we are going to do now is that you are going to divide both sides by what? Both sides by 5 to make x squared to stand alone. So 5 cancel 5. So it means my x squared equals to what? 20 divided by 5 is what? Is 4. I'll transfer this square here. So my x equals to what? Square root of what? Square root of 4. Can't have a negative number. It's plus or minus, but you can't have a negative number. That's the reason I did not put plus or minus there. So it means my x equals to square root of 4 is what? Is 2. So this is my final answer. So this is the end of this particular tutorial.